What's up, everybody? Welcome back to This or Therapy. I'm your host, Chris Mack, and today's topic we're going to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen the movie yet. If you don't have Disney Plus, go borrow a friend's password or go to their house and go watch it now because it's a great movie, and I don't want to spoil it for you if you haven't seen it yet. I want you to enjoy the experience that I had, fresh and not get tainted by my views on it. Now, let's talk about the movie. So first of all, basically the movie in a nutshell, what happens is Rocket Raccoon gets severely injured in a battle. In an attempt to, somebody was trying to retrieve him in a kidnapping to bring him back to his creators. He gets injured and they're trying to give him a med pack, and they realize that there is a piece of technology in him that's basically a kill switch that won't allow the med pack to heal him. Otherwise, he'll basically self-destruct in a way. So they have to go and find his original creators and go find a password key to log into his body so they can cancel out this key that's basically a kill switch. So that's basically what the movie's about. I'm not going to go into any further detail, but it's an amazing story because essentially it's about everybody kind of letting go and moving on and fighting their demons. But it was great to see a secondary character get a movie made about them because essentially the bulk of this movie was about Rocket's journey and what he went through, and it was great to see it because there's been a lot of mystery between the movies and things of that nature about where he came from, how he was made, and man, it was super tragic, honestly, what he went through. This movie was great. I think the character arc for everybody was great. You saw a lot of growth from Peter Quill. Oh man, big spoiler alert. The best part of the movie is Peter Quill actually admits that he fucked up in Infinity War. Like, he actually admits he went off, lost his temper, and messed up in Infinity War when they almost got the gauntlet off of Thanos. So shout out to the writer, whoever put that piece of dialogue in, because we all knew. Everybody was blaming Doctor Strange, but really the start of them losing in Infinity War was Peter Quill losing his mind over Gamora. So shout out to that. Who else? Nebula had a great character arc. I feel like they were trying to hint at Nebula and Peter Quill kind of having a romantic thing. I don't know. It was a reach. I feel like they were just throwing it out there to see if people would like the idea, and they may or may not explore it. I personally don't think they need to explore it. I don't see the qualities in her that Peter would be attracted to. You know what I mean? In the sense of starting anything romantic. I guess, great friendship. Obviously, these a very tight-knit group. And it was very much displayed in this movie how tight of a group and of a tight of friends they were, because there was multiple sacrifices throughout the movie that each character had to make to help out the other one. And it was great. The jokes were actually really funny in this movie. I think that there was a lot of good humor. Some of the sarcasm was a little bit overdone. And some of the emotional stuff was a little bit overdone. But I'm not going to lie, I liked it. You know what I mean? I probably teared up in this movie like 3 to 4 times. It's some tragic things. Again, so to basically tell the story, Rocket was created by the Supreme Evolutionary, and basically he's some guy who's like trying to create the perfect world or create the perfect worlds, and every time he makes a mistake, he just basically blows up the planet and starts all over again. And he was trying to make a world, a planet that was basically a replica of Earth, but instead of it being humans on the Earth, it was going to be animals on the Earth as the humans. And he couldn't figure out how to, because he was evolving these creatures like super fast into, these humanoid-esque things, with full autonomy of like a human function, but just look like animals and things of that nature. But what was happening is there was some kind of protein that wasn't being synthesized in their brain, so it was making them evolve and look like human, whatever animal they were, but they kept coming out violent. And Rocket actually helps him out, and he figures out what was missing from the machine to help him complete his goal. And essentially the guy, one, got jealous because he couldn't figure it out because he sees himself as like the smartest man in the universe. And then two, he decided he was going to dissect Rocket instead of allowing him to, live and help him with his work, which is wild to me because that just kind of shows you the arrogance of power. And in that cycle of events, Rocket ends up losing some friends that he made while he was in captivity. And it was really sad. Super sad. And yeah, that was pretty, it was a really great movie. It was probably, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it's probably like top 5 Marvel movies that come out now. I mean, honestly, Guardians 1 was good, Guardians 2, but it was ass. I mean, let's be honest. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was just kind of thrown together. It was like super stretched. It was just a lot of like Peter Quill whining about things that he wouldn't be whining about at that point. The story though with his dad, like him finding his dad, that's when the movie actually started having some substance. Before that, it was basically nothing. But yeah, this movie, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is definitely in the top 5 for me of Marvel movies, period. Because there was a lot of good storytelling, there was a lot of growth, there was a lot of good character arcs. And it wasn't overdone, it wasn't like, The Eternals where it's like, this could have been made a show. This was a good movie. Everybody got a story and a journey, and it all came together quite well to make a pretty good damn movie. I would say 4 out of 5 stars. Only reason why it's like not 5 stars, like as I said, it was a little bit emotionally manipulative. Like, when you have a villain that is mean to animals, like, of course we're all gonna hate him. You know what I mean? Like, that was basically his biggest flaw as a villain, was like he just was super shitty to animals. If he wasn't that, then we probably would have felt a little bit more for him, like kind of like Thanos. That Thanos had a point. He was messed up, but he had a point. This guy was just bad. But the actor who played him, fantastic. I can't say anything bad about the acting in the movie because he played a great guy that you could hate, and it was dope. So yeah, go watch it if you haven't seen it, and let me know in the comments what you think, how you felt about the movie, and if it has rewatch value. Because a lot of Marvel movies don't have rewatch value, but I think this one does. So hit me in the comments. See you guys on the next episode. Peace.